top news headlines. Manipur Rifle Jawan shoots fellow mate in Imphal. Election observer Jairam Ramesh arrives in Imphal. And COVID-19 cases, dates continue to decline globally. We are collectively facing a pandemic threat that is sweeping across to humanity beyond oceans and borders. Considering the seriousness of COVID-19, it's about time we step up against this deadly disease. Maintain a safe distance from others, even if they don't appear to be sick. Wear masks in public, especially indoors or when physical distancing is not possible. Choose open, well-ventilated spaces over closed ones. Clean your hands often. Use soap and water or an alcohol-based hand rub. Get vaccinated when it's your turn. Follow local guidance about vaccination. Cover your nose and mouth with your bent elbow or a tissue when you cough or sneeze. Stay home if you feel unwell. Hello, good evening. You are watching PONYTV English News at 6:30 p.m. This is Maria PANGAMBAM giving you the news in detail. A Jawan of 7 Manipur Rifles was critically injured when a fellow Jawan shot him with service rifle at the private residence of BJP Manipur Pradesh President Adhikari Mayum Sarda Devi, located at Brahmapur Aribam Laikai, under Porompat Police Station in Imphal East. The shooting happened around 10 a.m. according to a report called from the spot. The injured Jawan was identified as A. Bimochan Sarma, aged 52 years, resident of Naharup Mayai Laikai. His colleague Thoningthang Vaite shot him in the face. Thoningthang Vaite is a resident of Litan, police said. The injured Jawan was taken to Janims but later referred to Ras Medicity in Imphal for better treatment. His condition is stated to be critical. The reason behind the shooting is yet to be ascertained. AICC Manipur election observer and Congress MP Jairam Ramesh arrived in Imphal today. Manipur Pradesh Congress Committee MPCC leader I. Hemo Chandra, MPCC Working President Amin Shah, General Secretary Amir Hussain, State Coordinated Social Media Department Maling Khomba Salam and Seva Dal members received MP Jairam Ramesh on his arrival at Bir Tikendrajit International Airport. Afterwards, Jairam Ramesh attended a meeting at Uchiwakawi village in Imphal West.
Because controlling Kangla Fort, you are asserting the history of Manipur. Kangla Fort, akogi Manipur, miyam na paiba, akogi Manipur na paisa ba se. Karino haiba matamda, akogi history, akogi saktam se. Masi akogi bu, akogi na saktak sabani, masi ki damakta akogi na chauthuk saba pukthuk sabani, puksa bani. So I am very sorry that I cannot speak to you in Manipuri. India
reported 26,727 cases and 277 deaths in 24 hours. Cumulatively, India has reported 3,37,66,707 COVID cases to date, according to the Union Health Ministry of Health. A total of 4,48,339 people have died due to COVID in the country so far. India saw a dip of 1,796 cases in its active caseload on Friday. India has a total of 2,75,224 active cases so far. A total of 28,246 people recovered from coronavirus infections in the country, taking the overall recovery count to 3,30,43,144. According to the World Health Organization, the number of weekly COVID-19 cases and deaths has continued to decline globally. The COVID-19 weekly epidemiological update released this week said over 3.3 million new cases and over 55,000 new deaths were reported around the world during the week of September 20 to September 26, 2021, a decrease of 10% as compared to the previous week for both cases and dates. Globally, the cumulative number of confirmed coronavirus infections now stands at over 231 million, and the cumulative number of dates is more than 4.7 million. The WHO update said that the highest numbers of new cases were reported from the United States. Manipur in the last 24 hours added 159 fresh infections of coronavirus and 3 fatalities. The new cases were identified from a total of 2,821 samples, according to an official release from Manipur COVID-19 Command Control Room. It said that positivity rate was 5.6%. It also said 64 people were recuperated from the disease in the past 24 hours. Manipur's total tally has increased to 1,20,743, while the death toll stands at 1,858. A sit-in protest was held today at Luang Samum Korenge Kabuikul by the Joint Action Committee against the brutal killing of Atwana Bonmai. The demonstrators condemned the brutal killing of activist Atwana Bonmai and demanded quick deliverance of justice. Korenge Kabui Village Women's Society Secretary Alung Panmai called on all ethnic groups of the state to maintain peace and harmony. The Joint Action Committee against the brutal murder of Atwana Bonmai stated that the 24-hour total shutdown in the state, which was announced earlier, will be imposed from October 3 midnight till October 4 midnight. Representatives of the JSC had met Chief Minister N. Biren Singh twice, placing before him the charter of demands and conveying the position of the JSC, a release stated. The Chief Minister had assured the JSC that the government will take up appropriate action, but it has failed to take up any satisfactory and appropriate action even after the lapse of almost 10 days from the incident, it stated. The JSC claimed that the nature of crime committed by the perpetrators and the suspected organization behind the crime is well known by the state government. Therefore, it is the responsibility of the state government to tackle and deal in the most effective ways, even without the charter of demands submitted by the JSC, it added.
Khoina tharna phomli busi ekhoi atumba aranba maran siningai natte adubo asibasi pamde haina ekhoi amoka asigumba si thokta ningai gidamakta ekhoi mayambo haijabani kana gumba orsu soigiba leresu kokpiba khangdaba orsu phajana khanghanbiba phap tadraba orsu phap phajana tahalle hairaga amaga asibagi dandi bidadana kokpire hairaga atumba marando atumba da warakpiyo haibasi ekhoi gi Haizaning bane nihatpa haibasi pamdabagi itogi wahai asimakta thamjare hairagasina loijarage.
A blood donation camp was held today at the Jawaharlal Nehru Institute of Medical Sciences, JNIMS, to mark the National Voluntary Blood Donation Day 2021. Lions Club of Imphal Centurion, members of Personality and Talent Development Organization, and Lining Thosana Mahilu were part of the camp. A total of 40 people donated blood at the event.
Aduga ngasi October 1 asi koigi India gi mafam khudingmakta National Voluntary Blood Donation Day haidana koigi tongan ba mafam mayam amada pangthongnari duga koigi Indian Red Cross Society gi oinasu Imphal East gi JNIMS sidang asi haiba thorom asi pangthokjari bane duga koigi mi si charangna 30 plus mu expect tawjai duga aina haijaning badi e haibasi koigi atopa igi atopa mahuchin bayaba posak ama at kanagumba magi punsi kan bada posak ama leitabani na koina e si isadagi piba yaba isabu normal oirabadi yari bam kai mayam se e pbu e kathokpiu se haijaning eduga inkhalakliba naha role sing haitare kitang leisabi pakhang loinamaktina sade si kharana khoigi e piraga haksang si noi khali haimana singbo khalon se koina doctor gi advice matungina khoi masima yamna aranbo famni masima so haijage duga e akogi tongan ba anaba mayam ama the hospital sing sida documentic e si darkar like cancer gi tongan ba khoigi lambi thong phatabne accident ki amagi duga anaba mayam se koina e darkar leiri ba se koina yauri ba e se koina kathok tragadi atop mahuchin bayaba posak leitabani dongi e marik ama kathok piraga koi atop amagi punsi su kanminasi haiba wakhalona sida koigi ngasi gi blood donation camp masi sinjari bani
akoi ngasi voluntary blood donation asi jointly oina pulapun sinjabani koi Lions Club of Imphal Centurion, Personality and Talent Development Organization amadi Lining Thosana Mahilu amasung akoi gi tongan ba top group akoi gi Indian Red Cross Society ka pullaga koi voluntary blood donation pangthok sabani ngasi ngasi je khoi gi pangthoi be je khoi maroi ba maram ani laire ahamada khoi ngasi national blood donation day ngasi October date 1 je oi aduga atopa mana khoi gi marakta timbiramba khoi gi voluntary blood donor am oiramba khoi gi yamba lonza alepa mahak se laiki da bajida mahaki ikai khumnaba utpoina ngasi ju akoina ju mahaki damakta I je kathok sabani aduga akoin I kathoi basi shumba thorom jidang natana akoi chang naina dum akoi tha ahum khudingi voluntary blood donation tawjai aduga ai isagi oina handaki jida ngasi piri bajiga ai nifu ga mari rak shure.
Let's have a short break. Stay tuned for more updates.
Occasion singidamagta makhal kiyagi cake haibadi photo cake, layer cake, brunch cake, barbie cake, fruit topping cake, cupcake sina chingba fangbigani amadi adomgi apamba mawongda cake customize tawbagi khudong chabasu pisari. Khudong chabasing asi lawbinabagidamagta lengsing birau aikhoigi address NG College Road near Nauramtong. Phone number 9864112972. Aikhoigi online partner Food Wi-Fi amasung Food Web tagisu order tawiba yagani.
Welcome back. An awareness program on conduct of Gram Sabha was held today under the aegis of Manipur State Rural Livelihood Missions, Government of Manipur. The event was organized by Nilakuti Gram Panchayat, Apunbagi Mangal Village Level Federation and Meitei Lema Village Level Federation. It was organized in different parts of Nilakuti Gram Panchayat area. Treasurer of Apunbagi Mangal BLFTH Sunita urged the people to take part in such programs.
Aikhoigi Gram Sabha Phamba matamda aikhoigi rural area da lairiba mioi sing aikhoigi chamchamjaba nupi angang sing masi sidaida aikhoigi rural area sida lairiba akhoi sing sidaida government sina piriba scheme sing ase aikhoina karimta khangdana laiba masigumba scheme sing ase aikoina Gram Sabha da saruk yaraga Gram Sabha sidaida government na kari piri haibase saruk yaminaraga aikhoi punna khangminana ba masigi maru oiba aikhoigi chawkhatpa khongthang sonda pukhalakpagi maru oiba kaino se aikhoigi nupi singchina khangminna si saruk yaminna si haiba thim sidane koina ngasi rally si chachariba se aikhoigi kaino sida Gram Sabha sida saruk yaminna si aikoi punna saruk yaminna si haiba thim sidane.
The center on Thursday has extended the validity of vehicle documents such as driving license, vehicle registration certificate and other permits till October 31. The decision was taken by the center owing to the current COVID-19 situation in the country. Center extends validity of vehicles documents, driving license till October, and the Ministry of Road Transport and Highway has asked enforcement agencies to treat documents including those related to fitness, permits, driving license and registration as valid till October 31. Taking into consideration the grim situation still continuing due to condition of prevention of COVID-19 across the country, it is advised that the validity of all above referenced documents whose extension of validity could not or was not likely to be granted due to lockdown and which has expired since February 1, 2020 or would expire by October 31, 2021. The same may be treated as valid till October 31, 2021, the Road Transport Ministry said in a letter to all states and union territories. Tribal MLAs led by HAC Chairman K.L.A.C.O. Kaishing along with Outer MP Dr. Lorho Foje had met different central leaders on September 28. The delegation was reported to have apprised G. Kisan Reddy, Donor Minister for Conveyance to the Prime Minister regarding implementation of Article 371C in letter and spirit in the state. The Union Donor Minister also assured to apprise the Prime Minister about the issue. The team was also reported to have met Union Home Minister Amit Saha on September 30 and had apprised him about the issue. Later, the team was reported to have met Union Social Justice and Empowerment Minister Pratima Bhumik and Inner MP R.K. Ranjan Singh, Union Minister of State, External Affairs and Education in New Delhi. Mantripukri Battalion Assam Rifles under the aegis of IGAR South extended assistance by distributing medicines and COVID relief items to the locals of Champai village in Imphal East district yesterday. In order to assist the local population during the challenging times of COVID, medical check-up of villagers was carried out, followed by distribution of medicines and COVID relief items. Locals were also briefed to follow the COVID appropriate behavior strictly in day-to-day life. Kaithilmanvi Battalion under the aegis of IGAR South conducted a security meet at Chandrakhong Company operating west of Taubal district on September 29. The security forum was attended by village headmen and village secretaries of nearby villages. During the meet, locals were sensitized and updated on current security situation existing in the area and measures being taken by Assam Rifles in maintaining peace and tranquility in the area. Interaction was also carried out on necessary measures required to be undertaken by locals in synergy with Assam Rifles for maintaining a strict vigil against illicit activities in the area, especially extortion and smuggling. Let's have a short break again. Stay tuned for more updates.
The NDA government of Manipur is working with full dedication to fulfill PM Modi's mission to bring clean water to every rural household in the country. CM N. Biren Singh has already announced that potable water would reach all households in rural Manipur by 2022. How ambitious this task is can be gauged from the fact that when the National Jal Jeevan Mission was launched on August 15, 2019, only 5.74% rural households in Manipur had tap water connections. This meant that out of 4,51,566 such households, only 25,920 had functional household tap connection. But in just 2 years, that number has grown to 2,35,628. That is from 5.74% to 52.18%. 284 villages and 255 panchayats have already achieved 100% FHTC status. Such has been the seriousness of the government that 2 remote villages close to the Myanmar border, Khangbarol and Khengjoy, have also been provided full regular water supply. These villages were once severely infected with insurgency, but now all 155 families there have tap water supply. Despite the massive COVID-19 outbreak slowing down the progress, CM N. Biren Singh is determined to provide every household potable water supply by next year. As PM Modi aims to bring clean water to every home in the country by 2024, CM Singh is ensuring Manipur is at the forefront of this mission.
Welcome back. A 4.3 magnitude earthquake has jolted the frontier state of Arunachal Pradesh on Friday morning. The epicenter of the earthquake was 189 kilometers northwest of Panjin in Arunachal Pradesh in Tibet region of China. 4.3 magnitude earthquake struck Arunachal Pradesh. 3 tremors were felt at around 9:19 a.m. on Friday. Depth of the earthquake was recorded at 169 kilometers from the Earth's surface. Salim Abu Ahmad, a senior leader of the Al-Qaeda terror outfit, has been identified as killed in a U.S. drone strike in Syria last month. Multiple reports said on Friday morning, citing Pentagon officials familiar with the matter. The development was first reported on by Fox News, which cited U.S. defense officials who identified the terrorists. Later, the U.S. Central Command told the Military Times that Abu Ahmad was killed in the September 20 drone strike near Idlib in Syria, adding that there were 0 civilian casualties this time. CENTCOM spokesperson Major John Rigsby said while speaking to the Military Times that Salim Abu Ahmad was a notorious Al-Qaeda leader responsible for planning, funding and approving a multitude of trans-regional attacks. There are no indications of civilian casualties as a result of the strike, he was quoted as saying, adding that the United States will continue to target international terrorist networks abroad whose action risks its interests and allies across the world. On September 20, the Associated Press reported, citing rescue workers and a war monitor, that the U.S. drone strike in rebel-controlled northwestern Syria hit a vehicle traveling on a rural road and that at least 1 person was killed in the incident, a report said. White Helmets, a civil defense team, told AP that the unidentified body was lifted from the car along the Idlib-Venice road east of the Idlib province in Syria. India has blamed China's massive deployment of military along the Line of Actual Control (LAC) for border tensions. India said that China's provocative behavior and unilateral attempts to change the status quo along LAC in Ladakh sector has disturbed peace. China continued to deploy large number of troops along the border areas. Spokesperson of the Ministry of External Affairs, Arindam Bakshi, said it was amazing of large number of troops by the Chinese side, their provocative behavior and unilateral attempts to alter status quo in contravention of all our bilateral agreements that resulted in serious disturbance of peace and tranquility along the LAC in eastern Ladakh. Arindam Bakshi said Bakchi's statement came in response to allegations by Chinese Foreign Ministry that India had illegally crossed LAC to encroach Chinese territory. China opposes any arms race in the disputed border areas for the purpose of competition over control. Chinese spokesperson Chu Ning had said, reported the Hindustan Times. The Indian side has long pursued the forward policy and illegally crossed the LAC to encroach on China's territory, which is the root cause of tension in the China-India border situation, claimed Chinese spokesperson Chu Ning according to a news report. NASA's Armstrong Flight Research Center has completed 75 years of innovation, and the center has been going from strength to strength. To commemorate this milestone, the center's Innovation and Discoveries NASA will release special anniversary materials throughout the year, according to a report by U.S. Space Agency. Among these materials will be playing cards, planners, and limited prints of the flights of Discovery coffee table style book produced, as well as interactive online version. A special edition of NASA Armstrong's Express EPUF will also highlight the center's work with interactive features. Stickers, patches, and pins with the 75th anniversary logo will be available at events the center supports. The 75th anniversary webpage will also include images of NASA Armstrong that were part of an exhibit previously on display at the Lancaster Museum of Art and History in Lancaster, California, said the report. As a part of the country's Feet India Freedom Run 2.0 to commemorate Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, 69 Battalion CRPF launched a great movement at its headquarters located at Mantrapukri in Imphal with the sub-units on August 23 with the slogan Fitness Ka Dose, Adha Ganta Rose, so as to encourage unit personnel and civil populace to make physical activities a routine for daily life. The battalion today organized a run under Feet India Freedom Run. It was flagged off by Bajrang Lal, commandant 69 Battalion, and participated by 200 people including officers and jawans of the unit. All the unit personnel enthusiastically participated in the event to spread the masses of a healthy life and happy living.
The Amrit Mahotsav Freedom Run since from 13th August to 2nd October. Today is the culminating day. We covered 5 kilometers per us and approx 250 personnel at headquarters and 50 personnel at each companies. Regularly they are participating in this Freedom Run. The motto of Freedom Run is unity and integrity of India, clean India, strong India, and we regularly inspiring our people to participate in this run. This also makes us fit and come up to the Fit India movement. As directed by our department as well as Ministry of Home Affairs, and we motivated our people to make India Fit India. So today is the day on 1st October to culminate this run on the eve of Gandhi Jayanti, 2nd October.
Before we wrap up the news, the top news headlines once again. Manipur Rifles Jawan shoots fellow mate in Imphal. Election observer Jairam Ramesh arrives in Imphal. And COVID-19 cases, deaths continue to decline globally. Thank you for watching PONYTV English News. Keep watching for more updates.